What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Hope everybody's having a great day or night whenever you're watching this. I want to talk about Jamal Murray real quick because I think he has been awesome in the playoffs so far, 2 games only, but historically, he's been really good in the playoffs. He is a playoff performer, like to the max. That man amps his game up 2, 3 notches, and he's amazing in the playoffs. Like one of the best players in the playoffs when he plays. So before I get into it, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, and if you enjoy this kind of content, please like the video. But man, did Denver miss having a guy like this next to Nikola Jokic for the last couple of years, because the team is just different when he's on. Obviously, most of you guys know Jamal Murray did not play each of the last 2 playoff years because he had the ACL injury, wasn't back in time, etc. He's back now, and he's balling out of his mind. 40 balled against Anthony Edwards last night against the Timberwolves defense, was putting on a show, and this is what Denver was missing. Somebody to take this amount of pressure off of Jokic. And he gets it in all different ways. Layups, middies, threes, free throws. Just gets it every which way, so you can't really just pigeonhole him into, oh, he's only going to shoot threes, he's only going to go for layups. He's all over the court. Through the 2 games in the playoffs, he's averaging 32 points, 6.5 assists, and 5.5 rebounds. Game 1, he had 24, 8, and 8. Just an excellent all-around game. And then yesterday, I think he goes for 43 and 3 or something like that. And the shooting splits is really what I pay attention to when it comes to great scoring, because if you're going to have high numbers, did you jack up a bunch of shots, or did you get a ton of free throws, whatever. He's right now, he's 50, 50, 91. So 50% from the field, 50 from 3, and 91 from the line. And, if you know Jamal, he's notoriously efficient for most of his career. And I love watching this dude in the playoffs because we've seen this guy go toe-to-toe and outplay. I'm on record as this, and outplay guys like Kawhi Leonard, all-time great, Paul George, top 75 player of all time. We've seen him keep up with the likes of, Anthony Davis, LeBron James, Damian Lillard, CJ McCollum, and some. CJ had a crazy series against him a few years ago, just to name a couple. And right now he's outplaying, it's only been 2 games, but I would say he's outplaying Anthony Edwards, and he's outplaying Karl Anthony Towns, and he's outplaying Rudy Gobert yet again. Oh, and speaking of, former Jazz players, he kept up with Donovan Mitchell in a crazy game, 7-game series in the bubble back in 2020. Now, the bubble was the last time he did play in the playoffs, and let's look at what he did then. In the 2020 playoffs, where they came back from not 1 but 2 3-1 deficits, he averaged 26.5 points, 6.6 assists, 5 rebounds on 50, 45, 90 from the field. And these are games where he had to go for 50 to beat the Jazz. In a game, I think Donovan Mitchell had 60 in. So he just amps that game up whenever he has to. Like when the stage is as bright as it is, he comes to play. Against the Lakers in the last game that they played, and I think he had 32 points when they eventually got defeated, but still has a great game even though they lose. This is what Denver has been missing. And each of the last 2 years, Jokic doesn't win when it matters, blah, 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 blah. He's been missing his co-star for God knows how long now, 2 years. And now he's back, and they're up 2-0 convincingly. And this is, they're kind of dominating, and he's a huge reason why. Looking at the series against Minnesota, it looks like at most a 5-game series. Denver's just better. It's that simple. Jokic is just better than everybody on the floor. Murray is able to keep up with guys like Anthony Edwards, who are awesome. And like I said, I think he's outplaying him in this series so far, which, he's averaging 32, 6, and 5 or something like that, right? So, on epic efficiency. The next series is the one that I'm really, really interested in, because he's either going to be going up against, possibly Kawhi Leonard and Paul George if he's back, or Devin Booker and Kevin Durant. And so when he plays against those other elite perimeter players, he brings his A game. And that's something I'm really looking forward to, because I feel like a lot of people are looking at it like, all right, the Clippers, that they should be favored. The Suns, they should be favored, even though they're playing each other. I'm saying these are teams that people are putting ahead of the Nuggets right now. The Lakers, that's a 1-1 series against Memphis. Memphis is awesome too. I think people are giving Memphis a lot of credit too. But I think because Memphis is playing the Lakers, they're not getting put on such a high pedestal because, national media wants the Lakers to win that series. So I think they're really 4th in line in terms of teams who are projected to win the title right now. And that may be wrong via Vegas odds or whatnot, because yes, this was the 1 seed. But, narrative-wise, they're probably 4th. And then, maybe, the Kings are really good too. The Golden State series, that series has been awesome. I don't even know. But I would say they're probably, at worst, 4th. And they should be higher, because I think that there's a reason they were the 1 seed. And then you get a guy like Jamal, who amps it up 2-3 levels. Jokic is already amazing as is. Michael Porter Jr. getting his game going, and then they have depth with Bruce Brown, KCP. That's just to name a couple of guys, and they look really nasty. But I think Jamal being this good in the playoffs is something that has flown under the radar, and was something that people forgot about, honestly. So honestly, am I surprised? A little bit, maybe a little bit surprised. But if you look back to what he was doing in the years past, he's kind of been this guy for a minute. So I think over an 82-game season, it's just hard to maintain. But when it's time to, we got to win 16 games and go get this title, I think Jamal's one of those top 15, 20 guys that you're looking at as like elite playoff performers. So I think that's fair to say. Do you agree that, Denver has really been missing him, particularly on these playoff runs the last couple of years? Do you think he's one of the best playoff performers in the entire NBA? Like me, I think he really is. I think he, just goes from, really good player to like all-star star level player in the playoffs, which is pretty impressive. But anywho, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you enjoy this kind of content, please like the video. But shout out Jamal Murray, because time and time again, playoff performing just goes to a whole new level, and he's awesome to watch in the playoffs. Love his game. I just want to give him a little bit of credit. Yes, it's only 2 games this year, but he's going to keep it up. I'm very confident in that. But thanks for watching. I'm done here. Peace.